Tattooed Luna by Mrs. Smith. Chapter 2. Where have you girls been? As soon as our bikes pulled up to the pack house, my mother was already jumping down my throat. For Luna, she was especially overbearing and always nagging on me about something I did wrong. I was never good enough in her eyes. She was a tiny thing at just under 5 feet 5 inches and not an ounce of fat on her. Luna and was a force to be reckoned with if she has her mind made up. Usually, she always believes I am wrong without even hearing my side. Thankfully, Colt can see through her. She is technically our stepmother as our mother died giving birth to us. Dad mated with her not even a year later. Colt was a spinning image of our dad. Even though we looked similar, I looked more like my mother growing up. Just finished up at the shop. We are going to go for a run and meet some friends for supper. I said, stopping in front of her. I don't think so. You haven't finished any of the work that I put on the list for you. A little vein threatened to burst in her forehead. I did it this morning. Before school. Did you even check before you accuse me of something? I yelled, instantly pissed. What is going on here? Dad, Colt and the boys walked out of the pack house. Once again, she is ignoring her duties I gave her and being disrespectful. This is the last time. She raised her hand to slap me across the face. Fortunately, Colt stepped in and caught her hand before she do it. You will not hit her. Colt said with narrow eyes. You little brat. And, enough. Chris, did you do your chores? Dad asked as he folded his hands over his chest. Yes, sir, I did them this morning before school. She is lying. Luna and shrieked. No, I'm not. I yelled back as I grabbed my phone. See? I held up my email to show my dad. Intentionally, walking around and as I didn't want to show her. Looks like she did it. Dad nodded. What are you doing this evening? Emmy and I were going to go for a run and then meet the guys at the pizza parlor. That is what I told you. Colt stood up for me. Okay. Have a good run. Dad said, handing me back my phone. I also emailed you the report from today. I should let you know that Alpha Mark's son came in and asked for a full back tattoo. I gave him the papers and he is coming in tomorrow to get it started. Dad looked at me for a minute. What time? 4 p.m., sir. Okay, I will swing by sometime. Dad nodded and turned to leave. That's it? No punishment for being disrespectful? And chased after Dad. What did you do to get her fired up like that? Colt asked. We literally just pulled up. She was waiting here when we got here. I can't wait to get out of this fucking place. Come our 18th birthday, I am gone. I said to Colt as Emmy and I headed to our rooms to change. Running away isn't the answer. What is going to change? You won't be Alpha for another 7 years. Dad already said you will get it once you are 25 and not sooner. I'm not waiting around for 7 more years of this. What if your mate is here? Colt asked. We were at my bedroom and all 3 guys looked like I punched them in the face. I hope he will like to travel. I will be traveling the world for 7 years. Going into my closet, I changed into a black spandex shorts and neon pink sports bra that popped out of the black sport razor back tank I put on. When I got out, I grabbed a hair tie and loosely tied it back into a ponytail. Look, I know you don't like it, but what else do you want me to do? A girl can only handle so much with no one in her corner. I'm in your corner. Colt said. And I love you for it, but you know you can only do so much. You aren't there to stop the physical hits. I hate that. Colt looked down at his shoes. It's fine. You have hit me harder than that. I joked as I grabbed my phone and earbuds. Not that same thing. Colt's eyes narrowed. I love you, bro, but I don't have any options. Finally, grabbing my black and pink tennis shoes, I put them on. I need to go run. I debated if I wanted to put on another sports bra as my watermelons occasionally hurt when running. Ready? Emmy bounced in my room. Yes. I was happy she was here. See you boys. We will be at the pizza parlor in an hour. Jacob yelled after us. Got it. As we ran out of the pack house, I could still hear him going off to my dad about me when we passed his office. His door wasn't fully shut, but I didn't want to risk getting into trouble, so we kept going. What path? Emmy asked as she fixed her AirPods. Let's run downtown today. We can take the long way to the parlor. Center was the name of the town that all of the packs used. It wasn't part of anyone's territory, and it's where our school is located. Sounds good. We took off running at the same speed. Our long legs stride out. With each step, my worries and anxiety fade away. Everything that was stressing me out was gone. Just the sound of my feet pounding on the hard earth. Even the music playing in my ear drifted to the background. It was a total of 10 miles until we hit the town. Once our feet hit the old brick road, we stopped running to catch our breath. That felt like it lasted forever. Emmy was really winded. I was winded but not near as bad. Eating too much candy? I teased. The pizza parlor was only 3 blocks in town. It was a popular hangout for high school-age kids. Even the humans gathered around. So it was no surprise when we got there that it was packed. Looking around, I saw Jacob with his arm around a girl in the far corner. Weaving between people, we made our way over to our group. About time you girls show up. The girl on Jacob's arm looked us up and down. She was human and already annoyed me. Gotta keep this figure up. Where is my drink? I looked around and didn't see anything. Colt hasn't gotten here yet. Ace was sitting across from Jacob. There was a girl trying to get his attention. I smirked at him and lifted an eyebrow. He shook his head at me, telling me he wasn't feeling it. I think there is a seat over there. Why don't you girls go over there? The human girl under Jacob's arm bravely said. Jacob and Ace shared a look. Excuse me? I said like I didn't hear her. Whoa. Just go get some drinks and order 3 large pizzas for us. I'll handle it. Jacob answered quickly. Yes, please do. I said before turning around. Emmy stayed behind as I walked up to the counter. I wasn't paying attention to who was in front of me when they stepped back and landed on my foot. I wasn't happy. The foo-the green eyes looked back and looked down at me holding my toe before looking at my body. I felt butterflies in my stomach. My apolog watch where you were walking. A girl came up to us and wrapped her arm around Alex's waist. What is with these bitches? He stepped on me. I said standing up. She was a wolf and I had no problem putting her in her place. Angela, this is Alpha Brian's daughter, Chris. Her voice changed but not her attitude or the hatred in her eyes. Nice to meet you, she said through her teeth. Not even sticking her hand out. Yeah, I said. The counter was clear so I walked around them. Hey, Chris. Usual? The cashier was from our pack and in my grade. Her name is Wendy. Yes, please. Alpha Colt's tab? That would be great. Stupid BCH thinks she owns the place. I heard whispered behind me. Wendy's eyes got wide as I turned around. Let's try this again. I pushed my aura out on her. I kept it light since there are humans around. My name is Chris and as the daughter of Alpha Brian, I would expect some respect. If that is too hard for you, feel free to step outside and we can handle it. No need for that. I will handle her disrespect. Please accept my apologizes on her behalf. Alec looked murderous as he held her upper arm like a child. She was still bending her neck in submission. Pulling back my aura, I stepped back so the audience we had gained looked away. I don't give second changes, I said, looking directly in Alec's eyes. Noted. Chris? Wendy softly called behind me. I heard Alec drag the bitch with him outside. Thank you for the glasses, I said with a smile. Taking them, I went to fill them up. Most people know me and know of my reputation, so it's not often I am messed with. Need help? Turning, I saw Colt walking up behind me with his girlfriend, Kara. Please, I said as I handed them the glasses. What is up with Alpha Alec? Colt asked. His BCH was being disrespectful. I told her to step outside and he said he would handle it, so I let him handle it. We were walking back to the table. The round table that Jacob picked was a little tight, so we were sitting shoulder to shoulder. Somehow, I got pushed against Ace. He lifted his arm and rested on the boot behind me. It wasn't a romantic gesture, but more of a necessity so we could eat. How was your run? The girl on Jacob's arm asked me, shyly. It was good. Helps me clear my head, I said, making nice. I could clearly see Jacob relax at my tone. I wish I enjoyed running, but it's never been for me. She took a sip of her drink. So, Chris, how's business? Kara asked me. We aren't super close since I don't think she will last either. Colt gets bored, and honestly, until he finds his mate or tells me he actually loves them, I don't get too attached. Great. Already ahead of last year. The pizza arrived then. I said 3 larges. Jacob said, looking at it all. You 3 men will eat a large to yourself. Colt usually orders 5 larges and they will always get 8 fully. Not sure why Jacob only wanted 3. The gang started chatting and I stared off into space. It wasn't until my eyes landed on a set of green ones that I mentally came back to it. He signaled for me to follow him outside as he was standing by the front door. I need to get out for a second, I said. Colt, Kara and Emmy slide out so I could get out too. Do you need me to go? Ace asked in my mind link. No. Probably wants to make sure I don't kill his girlfriend. I felt this disapproval from him. We weren't together, but occasionally when we got drunk, we would make out. It never went past that, but he always had a slight jealousy when it came to me. Walking out, I spotted Alec sitting on his bike. Wasn't sure if you were going to come out or not, he said. The hairs on my arms were instantly raised.